Shalom everyone from the Dead Sea area. I was filming a really nice video until I read the news, and I just had to stop and give you this report, give you the truth of what's happening in Europe. It's actually very, very sad because Sweden has officially allowed the burning of the Bible in front of the Israeli embassy in Stockholm. I'll repeat this again. Sweden, a European liberal, Western, democratic country, has allowed the burning of holy text in front of the embassy of Israel. How does that solve anything? How is burning books solve any problem? Now, just to give you a context, this is happening after somebody burnt the Quran, and the court in Sweden said that, okay, that's something that doesn't go against the law, but it's immoral. That law must change. How can somebody burn a holy book and just Sweden is fine with that? Sweden is okay with that. In the name of liberalism, in the name of freedom. This is how bad woke has gone, and this is how woke Sweden has become. In what freedom, what liberty do you have to burn someone's holy book? You know, us the Jews, we open the Bible and we pray using the Bible. We get connected to God using the Bible, and not just Jewish people, all kinds of people across the world, Christians as well, Muslims also. The book of the Quran takes some stories and text that is also mentioned in the Bible. It only shows you that this phrase, this name, liberalism, they have these radical leftists completely hijacked the meaning of liberalism to serve a whole crooked agenda that is destroying the world. And let me tell you something that a famous German poet said. His name, if I'm not wrong, is Heinrich Heine. He said, "Where they burn books, they may burn people." And he said it long before the Holocaust took place. And guess what happened before the Holocaust? They gathered books and texts holy to Jews and set them on fire in major squares and towns and streets. And following that, this hate grew and grew and grew until they started to burn human beings, Jewish people, sent them to gas chambers, to death camps. Let it sink in for a second. And I also want to point out that it shows not just how woke Sweden has gone, but also anti-Semitism nowadays, it comes not, the majority of it comes not from radical right, but radical left. In the name of freedom, in the name of liberalism, in the name of I can do whatever I want, they hate on Jewish people. And that is exactly what's happening in Sweden. Now, the radical left, they have this beautiful idea that they say, oh no, we don't hate Jewish people. We love Jewish people. Jewish people are our friends. We only hate Israel. This country, we hate their policies. We hate that it's an occupying entity and whatnot. But now you see that their true colors are exposed because a request was put in to burn the Bible in front of the embassy of Israel, the holy book of the Jewish people, in front of the representative of Israel in Sweden. So that they only showed their true colors, that you cannot hate the nation of Israel, this country called Israel, without hating the Jews. Those that say that they hate Israel but love the Jews, they are hypocrites. Because if you hate the Jews, you also hate Israel. If you hate Israel, you also hate the Jews. Israel is the one and only Jewish country in the world. One and only country. Now, there are about a dozen or more countries that carry the cross in their flag, and even more than that, countries that carry the symbol of Islam, the half moon in their flag. And there's one country in the world that carries the flag of Israel, the symbol of the Star of David, the symbol of the Jewish people. Is one too much? How is burning a Bible solves a problem? How exactly does it solve a problem? And I think that these requests, a lot of people are debating on whether Sweden has fallen, France has fallen, Europe has fallen. I think that it's inevitable, it's going that way, it's heading that direction if European countries will continue to abuse freedom and continue to allow people to abuse liberty. Because Sweden and European countries have welcomed a lot of refugees in the name of liberalism, in the name of kindness, but they didn't realize that these immigrants didn't take their kindness for the right purpose, but they took it for weakness. And now they are taking advantage of the freedom and democratic values that exist in Europe and abuse them so that they can create more hate, more blind hate. So I just want to let you know, those who are watching this live stream, this video, don't skip it. Please share it with somebody, share it with a friend. Make sure you are connected with me so that you don't miss any truth that's coming from Israel. Because let me tell you something. I wrote an article that I shared on my Facebook page about the U.S.-Israel alliance, and I recommended Ilhan Omar, this radical left U.S. representative, to read this. And I was scrolling through the comments also on the article itself. I got so much hate. There's so much misunderstanding of Israel. People actually believe that Israel is a problem. People actually believe that Jews control the world, that Jews control the economy, the banks. History is repeating itself, and we are in this cycle that we must break. It is our responsibility. It is your responsibility. Why? Because you exist. You are breathing. You are alive. You are here with a mission of doing the right thing. And if you don't do that, somebody else will do it. But you have an opportunity to take action, to take a stand. I'm not just saying this because I'm Jewish and I live in Israel. Of course I want people to care about my country. Of course I want people to love the Jewish people. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stop there. They're going to move on to the next group. They're going to target more people, more minorities. And this is a problem. Blind hate can never solve anything. Blind hate will only lead to more blind hate. And if you want to stop this cycle of blind hate, join the fight. Take action. When you see people hating on the Jews, treat it as hating you, as hating your family. It is our responsibility when we say once a year, when everybody's posting never again, never forget, we remember. Let us ask ourselves this question: how do we remember? How do we never forget? And what does it mean when we say never again? It is our responsibility to stand against this radical agenda that is taking over the world. So in a world filled with, unfortunately, a lot of darkness, a lot of misconception, hate, be a light. And don't forget to share this video, because we are a minority or a silent majority. But what I do know is that we need to be vocal. It doesn't matter if you're a silent majority if you don't use your voice. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and sending you love from this beautiful dates plantation by the Dead Sea, and wishing you Shabbat Shalom.